Then God said, "Let us make humankind in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the wild animals of the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth." So God created humankind in his image. In the image of God he created them, male and female he created them. Humanity has been made in the image of God. But what does that mean? This idea has been developed by theologians and scholars, but also by the biblical tradition itself. These thinkers have expounded various models and views of how exactly the image and likeness is played out in the human being. Ask Irenaeus, and you'll get a certain answer. Ask Augustine, and you will get a very different answer. Systematic theologians have their own idea of what it means, and biblical scholars have their interpretation. Plus, the image of God can be applied to various causes and ideas, like ecology, human disabilities, and transhumanism, just to name a few. Well, who has the right interpretation? Who has the right application? Or does it really matter? Well, of course it matters for our own understanding, but does it matter in practicality which understanding is correct if most people believe it to be a certain way? Popular culture expert Elizabeth von Zunen suggests that postmoderns no longer see outside authorities or institutions as the arbiters of truth, but see the self as the origin of all truth. For many people, the church and theologians' understanding of the meaning of the Imago Dei is simply irrelevant because it does not come from their own personal experience. Because of this, it has no direct meaning in their lives. While there appears to be a great deal of discussion and dialogue over various issues on the internet, Van Zunen argues that these connections tend to take the form of demonstrations, but that dialogue, deliberation, discussion, and even confrontation seem to be more uncommon than simply posting a comment or video for others to deal with, performing one's identity without much interest in that of others. And perhaps we're not seeking truth after all, but an understanding of experience. The French philosopher Michel Foucault wrote extensively on truth and experience. He wrote that truth is an event that happened in history. Experience, on the other hand, is an interrelation between knowledge, types of normativity, and subjectivity in a particular culture at a particular time. So by this understanding, it certainly matters what the majority of people believe, even if it isn't right or correct or in some way true. If we can learn what people believe, it can help us to be better theologians and religious scholars. First, we can see how academic theology can be either picked up or understood by the public, or perhaps how it remains in the universities and in the books and minds of theologians. Second, we can identify areas in which modern preachers are either underinformed or don't discuss certain issues that can be quite fundamental to the understanding of what it means to be a person in relation with God. This series will consist of 3 more videos. The next video will be a survey of people who are not formally trained in the field of theology. I will ask them what it means to be made in the image and likeness of God. The third video will be a survey of those formally trained in theology, professors, priests, pastors, and I'll ask them the same question. And the final video will be an attempt to draw conclusions from the 2 previous videos. Are there any main ideas that are coming up in the first group? How about the second group? Are there any ideas that are coming up in both? How are the 2 groups different? You get the point. So, do you have any ideas? Leave them in the comments. And like this video if you like the idea, and subscribe if you'd like to follow it to its conclusion, and perhaps see other video series that might come along later. See you soon.